How Wayne Gretzky's dominance forced the NHL to change the rules. Wayne Gretzky, known as the Great One, was so dominant that his style of play led directly to significant rule changes in the 1980s. This change is famously known as the Gretzky Rule. The Edmonton Oilers and Wayne Gretzky were so dominant in the 1980s that it forced the NHL to implement rule changes to even the playing field a bit. The rule was intended to neutralize the Oilers' advantage and reduce scoring. However, it was widely unpopular with fans and teams and directly led to the dead puck era. In this episode, I talk about the Gretzky Rule, both the original and modern ones. The Edmonton Oilers dynasty, which won 4 Stanley Cups in 5 years, redefined offensive hockey. Led by Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, Jari Kurri, Glenn Anderson, and Paul Coffey, the team set numerous NHL records, including an all-time high of 446 goals in the 1983-84 season. Gretzky's individual dominance was the core factor. He was posting over 200 points in a season and utilizing open ice better than any player before him. The rule changes implemented in 1985 targeted a strategic advantage that Gretzky and the Edmonton Oilers teammates were exploiting. Before the 1985-86 season, the Oilers would often strategically instigate coincidental penalties to turn the game from a 5-on-5 setting to a 4-on-4 setting where Gretzky's speed and vision were unmatched. The NHL's Board of Governors voted to introduce a rule for coincidental minor penalties where neither team would lose a player on the ice. The penalized players still served their 2 minutes in the box, but 5-on-5 play would continue. The rule was intended to neutralize the Oilers' advantage and reduce scoring, which led to public backlash because the rule was seen as targeting Gretzky's dominance. Thus, it was quickly dubbed the Gretzky Rule. The rule was unpopular with fans and teams as it reduced scoring. The NHL reversed the rule in the 1992-93 season, returning the game to 4-on-4 play for coincidental minor penalties. Following the lockout, the NHL wanted to increase scoring and emphasize speed and skill over physical obstruction. Thus, a set of changes implemented after the 2004-2005 lockout. The changes are also sometimes informally called the Wayne Gretzky Rule. Gretzky caused a rule change in 1985 that was designed to reduce his advantages on the ice, and his playing style later inspired the principles of the 2005 rule changes that restored skill and offense to the game. While the Gretzky Rule of 1985 was reversed eventually, Gretzky's influence on the current NHL game is often cited through the stricter enforcement of obstruction penalties instituted after the lockout in 2004-2005. This modern change sometimes is also referred to as the Wayne Gretzky Rule, which was intended to open up the ice and allow for skilled players to operate the same type of speed and finesse that defined Gretzky's career. The NHL implemented a stricter standard of enforcement for obstruction fouls like hooking, holding, and interference. Referees were instructed to call these penalties more aggressively. This new enforcement standard prioritized the type of finesse, speed, and creativity and creative offensive play that Gretzky epitomized during his career. It created more space for skilled players, forcing the modern NHL game to shift away from the clutching and grabbing tactics that has stifled scoring in the preceding dead puck era. You know a player is dominant when a league has to step in to create rules to stop their success, only to create rules that emphasize that skill that made that player great in the first place in order to revive the league.